The following training is for the preparer role using the LaPOST Registry software. The LaPOST Registry utilizes role-based security measures that assign different privileges based on the appointed role. Your login credentials and role will be assigned by your organization's registry administrator. The signer role is assigned to physicians, since physicians are the only providers allowed to sign LaPOST documents. The preparer role can be assigned to physicians as well as advanced practice professionals, social workers, and nurses. Preparers assist the patient or their personal healthcare representative in completing LaPOST documents as they communicate their decisions. The viewer role is appropriate for clerical staff and clinical providers who do not have the credentials to prepare or sign LaPOST documents, but otherwise have a job requirement to view patient records. For example, the viewer role may be appropriate for EMS emergency department providers, nurses, and potentially others, depending on their role and job requirements in their organization. The uploader role is intended for clerical, administrative, and clinical staff who handle and maintain patient records. For example, the uploader role may be appropriate for HIM and medical record staff, nurses, and potentially others, depending on their role and job requirements in their organization. Preparers assist the patient or their personal healthcare representative in understanding their choices for life-saving medical interventions. Preparers also assist the patient or their personal healthcare representative in completing a LaPOST document as they communicate their decisions. Physicians can prepare, sign, and submit the LaPOST document to the registry. They are also the only users allowed to void a LaPOST document. Non-physicians, however, can prepare the LaPOST document but cannot sign and submit it to the registry. The registry saves the LaPOST document prepared by non-physician preparers in incomplete status until it is signed and submitted to the registry by the patient's physician. Non-physician preparers are typically advanced practice providers such as nurse practitioners and physician assistants. Social workers can also assume the role of non-physician preparers. This module will teach preparers how to search the LaPOST registry for an existing LaPOST document, prepare a new LaPOST document using the registry, identify components and features of the Advanced Care Planning dashboard, and how to view and print a current LaPOST document. To access the registry, open your preferred browser and navigate to lapost.vincahealth.com. Your role and login credentials will be assigned by your organization's registry administrator. There are two possible outcomes when a patient search is conducted. There may be no record of the patient found in the registry, or the patient has a current actionable LaPOST document. When there is no record of the patient in the registry, you would have the opportunity to add the patient demographic information and create a new LaPOST document. When a current actionable LaPOST document is found in the system, but the patient or their personal healthcare representative wants to create a new one, the registry would provide you the option of starting a new LaPOST. We will demonstrate both of these scenarios in this training module. You can search for a patient in the registry by entering their demographic information in the given fields. At a minimum, you must enter a patient's name. To narrow the search results, enter as much additional information as is available, such as date of birth and gender, then click Search. When there is no record of the patient in the registry, you can click the Add Patient button. This takes you to the Add Patient screen. Fill in the patient's information. The required information is designated by a red asterisk. When done, click the Submit button. This will facilitate getting the patient's name logged into the system. The other possible outcome is when the patient's record is found in the registry. The registry will provide a list of all patients that meet the search criteria you entered. Review the search results and select the correct patient by clicking the corresponding gray area to open their Advanced Care Planning dashboard. This is the landing page which shows the Advanced Care Planning dashboard. To start a new LaPost, click the Start a New LaPost button in the All Documents section. Before I begin, I want to point out a few helpful features. In the upper right corner, there is a question mark in the banner. This navigates you to the Getting Started section. This section has resources to answer any questions you might have. You can use the navigation links to take you to topics, or you can search for information using a word in the Topics section. It also provides access to frequently asked questions. I'll show you more on the next screen. The patient's name and date of birth information will be populated. You will need to complete the patient's diagnosis of life-limiting disease and irreversible condition and goals of care sections. These are required fields indicated by the red asterisk. Click Accept and Continue. Here are further links that are useful to support you in the use of this software. There will be information available to describe what you're doing everywhere you see a question mark. Now, this is basic information, but it can be useful for patient and personal healthcare representative teaching. In addition, there are media support videos for each of the 3 main LaPost document topics that show a physician explaining the information for that section. If needed, click on the Media button. You may also select another language by selecting the Language button. Currently, the registry offers LaPost document completion in English, French, Spanish, and Vietnamese. So to begin, we're going to use the scenario provided in the training link. The patient's name is Mary Smith. Her daughter, Kathy, is her personal healthcare representative. She chooses Do Not Resuscitate. You will see the document completion progress noted on the Document Progress banner. Click Accept and Continue. The next screen is for medical interventions. She chooses Selective Treatment. You'll need to clarify this in the Additional Orders section below. Again, further information is available everywhere you see a question mark. Click Accept and Continue. The next screen is for artificially administered fluids and nutrition. She chooses Trial Period of Artificial Nutrition by Tube. The system prompts you to provide a goal of care statement in addition to the orders. Again, further information is available everywhere you see the question mark. Click Accept and Continue. Remember, the required fields are designated with red asterisks. You must indicate if you discussed with the patient or their personal healthcare representative by checking the appropriate box. You must select patient if they can speak for themselves, or, as in our case, patient Mary Smith has a personal healthcare representative, Kathy, her daughter. So we select the PHCR option here. Next, you document the basis for the orders by clicking on the appropriate radio button. Click Accept and Continue. This section will most likely be populated if the patient is making the decisions. You will have to enter the personal healthcare representative information if PHCR has been selected in the summary slide. You'll enter Kathy Smith's required information. This includes her name, address, and phone number. The relationship to the patient must also be documented. Information regarding Louisiana's Order of Decision Maker for Healthcare is available by clicking the question mark next to the relationship to patient. Next is the signature field below. The patient or the personal healthcare representative signer may use the mouse to record their signature on whatever computer it is that you're working. If it's a laptop, they may use the mouse pad. There's an additional option available for mobile device connection, which allows them to use their smartphone, tablet, or laptop as a signature pad. If they don't like the signature, they can clear the signature by clicking Clear Signature button and start over. It is important to note that if a mobile device is being used to capture the electronic signature, the preparer must select Disconnect from the toolbar once the signature has been accepted. The preparer can also log out or close the browser window to terminate the session and disconnect automatically. Click Accept and Continue. When complete, the message stating "Awaiting for signer to sign the LaPost" will appear. You will be prompted to stay on page or exit. The preparer will select Exit, and the LaPost document will be saved and remain in incomplete status until electronically signed by the physician. The advanced practice professionals, social workers, and nurses must notify the signing physician that the LaPost document is awaiting their signature. This is what the Advanced Care Planning dashboard looks like when the LaPost has been signed and submitted by the physician. Notice the three thumbnails. These show the three decision topics that are part of LaPost. They are view-only and may not be modified once the LaPost has been signed and submitted. If there is a change needed, a new LaPost must be generated. There are three potential colors for these thumbnails. Green represents full interventions. Orange represents limited interventions. Red represents no interventions. To view the current LaPost in detail, you can click View LaPost or on any of the thumbnail images in the current LaPost window, or on the thumbnail image of the LaPost form in the All Documents section. You can also see historical documents, if there are any, in the All Documents section. To print a copy of the LaPost document, click View LaPost. On the next page, click the Print button. If a problem is identified while viewing the LaPost document, you will have the option to select Void Remove Form at the top of the page. A box will appear with several options for the viewer to select what is wrong with the form. The options are Void this document if the patient does not wish to have a LaPost. Other options are Document does not belong to patient, Document is not LaPost, there is some critical data missing on this form such as physician signature, Document is a duplicate, or something else. The preparer has the opportunity to enter their email address to receive updates on the issue. You can also report a problem by clicking the Report a Problem button in the Advanced Care Planning dashboard. So do you want to practice? Contact your organization's registry administrator to request access to a non-production environment where you can practice searching for and preparing a LaPost document in the registry. This concludes the LaPost Registry Preparer Training module.